Hello and welcome to the second episode of Epic Blob Battles. Today we are going to see an encounter between Oda and Great Britain. The first battle will be on the Age of Discovery, where I decided to put England instead of Great Britain, because they at least have any bonus for the military at the start. So of course, as previously, we are going to fight on Tech 5 with 50% of the force limit. And that's why England is going to have a stack of 30 infantry and 20 cavalry, while Oda is going to have a little bit different one because of the bonuses for the infantry. So that's why I'm putting to them 38 infantry and 12 cavalry. England is going to have just 4.2 morale because they do not have any bonuses for it in the Age of Discovery, while Oda is going to have 5.2 with 35% bonuses, 10% from Shinto, 10% from the ideas, 10% from being an independent daimyo, and 5% from the mission. Of course, it's getting worse on the combat abilities, where England is having this 10% of infantry combat ability, which is not bad, but when you look at the freaking Oda, they have 30% from it, 10% from quality, 10% from the ideas, and 10% from being an independent daimyo. And of course, in the Age of Discovery, the Western pips are so freaking low, they're not going to help England winning this battle, so I think the first battle will be definitely won by Oda.
Round 1, fight!
In the Age of Reformation, we are fighting on Technology 16 with 100% of the force limits. So Great Britain is going to fight on a stack 30 infantry, 20 cavalry, and of course the full back row of 30 artillery, while Oda is going to have a little bit more of infantry thanks to the bonuses to it, which will be 38, 12 of cavalry and 30 artillery. So I decided that Great Britain is going to have bonus from Protestant, because it's at least giving something for the military, and that's why they are going to have 5% bonus for the morale, and thanks to it they have 6.4 of total of it, while Oda is having 7.4 from all the same bonuses previously, and of course they've lost bonus from the mission. In the discipline, Great Britain is finally getting some advantage. Besides 5% from the quality, they also receive 5% from the ideas and 2.5% from the religion, while Oda is getting just 5% from the quality ideas. In the meantime, there is only one change in the combat abilities, because Great Britain lost 10% of the infantry combat ability that was from the English ideas. Moving to the pips, you can see that the Western are still not really strong, but they are getting close to the Oda. At this point, you might think, Great Britain might actually win this battle, but then you remember that Oda also has a 10% of land fire damage from the ideas, 1 fire bonus for the leader, and also 1 shock bonus for the leader. So I'm not seeing it very well for the Great Britain.
Round 2, fight!
In the Age of Absolutists, so technology number 23, both nations are going to have the same stacks, which is 52, 12, 36. both British and Oda morale are going to be exactly the same as in the previous battle, while the disciplines are going to change a little bit, because both nations are going to receive 5% of it from offensive ideas. Oda is going to receive 5% from the absolutism, while Great Britain is going to receive just 3.5% of it from absolutism, because you remember that the British government is decreasing the maximum absolutism by 30, and I'm not counting the court and country disaster here. Combat abilities are still staying the same, while the pips, yes, finally the Western pips are going to dominate this battle, and maybe Great Britain is going to have a little bit advantage thanks to it, but I'm not seeing it.
Round 3. Fight!
Revolutions battle is going to be fought on the last technology, so 32, and both nations are going to have the same stack, which is 48 infantry, 12 cavalry and 40 artillery. Morale bonuses are going to be the same as in the last age, but of course it is going to be increased by the bonus from technology, so that's why Great Britain is going to have 9.6 morale, while Oda is going to have 11.1. Same goes for the discipline, where Great Britain is going to have 122 of it and Oda 115%, so still a slight advantage of Great Britain. In the combat abilities, both nations are going to receive the same amount of cavalry combat ability, 10% of course from aristocratic ideas, and of course the pips. Western are so freaking strong in this era that if we want Great Britain to win a battle, that's the time.
Round 4. Fight!
Alright, that's all for today. Congratulations for Oda for crushing Great Britain today, and in the next week we are going to see a battle between Russia and Nepal. Of course, that's the battle that was voted on my community tab. You can see that almost 4,000 people voted. So remember to subscribe this channel and see you in the next week.
Yeah.